Welcome to Auburn Crown 0.4. This is turn 14 of the second playthrough where Beriand plays as the adversaries and I play as the allies. So here we are in the replay. The weather, of course, is closing in, getting close to winter. And the Dreadworm just wipes out one of my veteran units almost without effort. In Malkan, the Jotunheim forces are attacking. The giants will be devastating as they usually are. The thing that I'm hoping for is that even though they will tend to take out most of my units, whether they will be stuck for a counter-offensive. Well, sort of. And it looks like the Golden Carnate is trying to clean up the some of the units that are still remaining in the south, and I'll get to make a bit of an attack on them this turn rather than responding the whole time, looking by where those units ended up. Yeah, we lost a couple of veteran units, never a good thing, but it could be worse. There's a lot of other things happening with the fleets taking up most of those notes there, and a few other ports and so forth have been captured. The Dwarf Kingdom has become an ally. That's the big news for me. They are very useful, as are the elves. So I've got the dwarves and the elves have joined me this turn. The decision for me with the elves is how much to actually put into their upgrading, because they will leave the alliance at some point in the future once Draka has been defeated, which means that all of that investment will be lost. Now, that when I say lost, it would be very useful in the time that I'm still fighting against Draka, but after that, not so much. So I tend not to put anything into them, into the elves, unless I get stuck and I can't really make any headway, which might be the case in this particular game. We'll have to see. So in the north, in Angnord, I'm just going to have a bit of a look around, and there's that unit again. This will be the third time that I attack them, and the third time that they escape on 1 point. Oh dear. Oh well. Not much I can do about that. Now, I don't really want to move them into danger, into harm's way, giving that 25% bonus that units get for attacking an adjacent unit or being adjacent to a unit at the start of the turn. So I'll do my best just to move the giants out, but I doubt very much they'll last another turn. And Angford will start the attack from the west. It'll be good in this respect to divert the Dreadworm's attention. But of course they're going to come in for some fiery breath as well, probably. At some stage anyway, maybe not next turn. Alright, not much more to do with Angford, so we'll move across to Moradon, and I want to upgrade them as much as possible, including buying new veteran units for them to use. I won't upgrade them at this stage, I'll upgrade them later once they're in place. And the other reason I won't upgrade them is because I can't afford to. Always a restricting factor. So attacking towards the southeast, towards Bleaklands Saloon, usually it's not too difficult to actually dislodge the humanoids that are there, but you just need to make sure that got enough units to do it in 1 turn rather than in 2. Now the dwarves, I'm not going to put anything into them at this stage, and I will definitely later on, but for now I want to focus over in the east. So I'll just move these guys into position, and I realized as I was clicking that last one then that I really should be moving them to take back Xander's Keep and Holtus. So I'll do that next turn. right, so they're very good in the hill country, move quite well in the hills as you'd expect for dwarves. And I've got a couple of ships, well, one ship coming this year, one ship coming next year, plus the veterans that are on their way in the next month. What are we up to? The 12th, so in 2 months' time, approximately. Over winter, those months go quicker as the time frame is greater. It's 21 days for I'd have to check that. It's longer than the 7 days that a normal turn takes in summer anyway. Alright, moving the fleet out into the Sea of Vosa. I'm hoping to encounter perhaps a lone ship of Angdania or Potentia. Now I'm going to attack because I have that bonus that I was talking about a moment ago. Oh, that's nice. So I've taken out 1 unit. It's a good feeling after losing so many, or at least a couple anyway. Now I'm going to try and take some points off those veterans there. Those veterans must be getting tired. They've been attacking for a very long time. So I'm hoping that will be the case, and I'm also hoping that at some stage in the not too distant future I'll be able to use those fanatics against the against that elite unit. In terms of bang for buck, fanatics against elites is a good economy. If you've not seen how they work, they're the kamikaze unit that's been converted, so they attack, they do damage, they get themselves destroyed, they leave the scene completely. They're actually wiped out. Alright, so I need to start defending up here in the Silk Sultanate. I don't know how far he intends to move towards the north. He might be concerned that my Malkan units might outflank him, or maybe he'll just go for broke. He does have some good units there to use. So looking at the diplomacy, the units, Malkan can actually get another elite unit, or the first elite unit for them actually, and I'll do that, and probably another one next turn if I can afford it, or the turn after that for sure. They only have 2 elite units, but they're worth having. Elite units generally are. Alright, so attacking out of that town, making some impact, but not nearly enough. But I'm hoping that the real significance of that move is to maybe have him think twice about moving further north. Malkan is generally pretty weak to start off with, and it will take quite some time to get them up to the standard that can really mount sustained offensive operations. Tribal League's going to put some cash into armor. As I said last turn, they really need to start planning for the inevitable warfare that they'll get involved in later on. On the seas, they are continuing to be a nuisance for the other side, and gaining experience for themselves. They'll start getting experience levels in the not too distant future. So Beriand has said that it's the Allies are in defensive posture at the moment. See where that goes in the following months, and waiting for the random number generator for 2 rebellions. So the rebellions are Mutiner and Liboslavia. And Mutimer will take place in a 40% chance after the first month of 2401, and Libeslavia from the fourth month of 2401, another 40% chance. So those things will take place. It's up to him whether he actually finances those rebellions or not. He might choose not to. Okay, so attrition, run out of supply in that town. And I have a decision to make about labour output and getting 50 gold pieces a turn or 3 units of conscripts. And I'm going to go for those conscripts straight away because I need the units. So they will come in quite handy. Anti-war faction in Beegwolf. This basically takes away the random chance that your elf units from Beegwolf will lose strength points and morale. It's really up to you. If you want to take that chance, then say no. But if you'd rather remove the luck and the bad luck, then say yes. And I'm going to do that. Also, I'll do the same thing with the Dwarf Kingdom. Same sort of question. Where the Dwarf Kingdom is being influenced by anti-war merchants. Do you want to negate the effects or take the risk that your units will start suffering some damage? So I'm going to eradicate the luck, good or bad, out of that situation. So diplomatic successes, quite a few, bit of technology upgrades and the balance sheet. Thank you for watching. See you next time.